Alright, so this next script I want to talk about is a straightenComponents script. Um, yeah, it's this guy right here, straightenComponents for Maya 1.02. I'll talk more about how to the installation stuff later. But basically what I've done is I've made it into a shelf button. It's called SCS, and if I right click on it, whenever I click this button, it's basically launching this Python command right here. So I mention it now because I think all the other scripts I've used up to this point have their own UI. This one doesn't have a UI, so this one has a shelf button, or I've made a shelf button for this. Basically what this script does is I can select like some vertices, say, click it, and it will straighten out all of those vertices based on my beginning vertice and my end vertice selection. So if I do this again, you can kind of see that in action right there. Like that. Like that. I don't use it too often, but it can be handy at times. It works on curved surfaces just fine. So if I were to select these and do that, you can kind of see it working there. And there, and it might be a good way to sort of prep the geometry. Let's see, where's offsets, thickness, there we go. So you might do something you might straighten out the edges to prepare a mesh or something. I'll try it with edges. I'm pretty sure, let's see. So it works with edges, it works with vertices. I highly doubt it would work with faces. Yeah, okay, so you can either make a vertex selection or an edge selection. To get that working. As such, yeah, it's a neat little thing. I will use it in situations where I need to have a super straight silhouette or something, and it's just I use it in situations where scaling isn't really necessarily a good option. If I were to scale in a planar X, Y, or Z, that's not too bad. But if I'm doing something at an odd angle like this, and I just want good control over it, then this right here is sometimes just the trick for that. As to go, strain components from Maya 0.02. Go to Bing Google, type that in, and strain components Maya script creative crash. And then when you get to this page, you can just click download, and it will give you some good installation instructions here. I think that you might want to follow this rather than refer to my quick sim installation demo video, simply because you're dealing with a Python script here, and You know, this, I remember this being like a good set of instructions on how to do it. I will tell you where I place those scripts though. So you see users William documents Maya scripts is the location, and you know, .py, and then .py is what you put into this folder, and then when you run the script, Maya will automatically generate this pyc, and I think it's the compiled version, so Python compiled, of this same script, right? So I think you would just need to put this one in there, and then Maya will automatically generate that one there. That's the gist of it. Hopefully that helps. It's not a script that I use all the time, so don't worry too much about getting this one necessarily, but if this is of interest to you, it's not a bad one.